exciting in the next couple of tournaments, I guess, until the end of the year, really.
Well, we've got a pistol to kick things off. Let's see where we end up. 3D Max going to be running at Team Spirit for the first half. And
look at this B-hold, man. Look at this, Mac. There's 4 players here. 2 sets of dualies down in Dark as well. I'm not fancying their odds.
9 players here. Let's see. Oh, that is a crossfire, and that is what happens when you run into a crossfire. So, well, red round. Great gamble stack from Team Spirit, and we'll see if it's going to be the full round. Should be.
Just one of those pistols, man. There's nothing worse when you're like, okay, they decided to be 4.5 players on the bomb side that we decided to hit for some reason. And I don't know who mentioned it. I think, you know, so people were talking about like anti-stratting pistols. Like, yeah, to some extent, but I think nowadays people have so many pistols, right? Because you play so many games, you can't just be having, oh, we have these 2 or 3 or whatever it is, right? It's like kind of hard to anti-strat in pistols.
Chopper's making a lot of noise, but Mac has gone loud as well just to draw attention away from gravity. Let's see if it's going to be enough. Double setup over towards that pillar. Shots don't connect. 30 on the clock to make this happen, and that flank will come through eventually. Now, gravity should be taken out.
Maybe I'm over-reading into this, but in the game yesterday, MIBR did like B-split in the pistol as their first port of call, and Spirit only had like a double setup there, and they were playing a far more standard, you know, like look at the pistol. So maybe just trying to make sure, you know, if that's the angle 3D Max are taking, if that's why Anubis has come up, let's just stop them early on from exploiting the same vulnerabilities that MIBR did.
In other news, before this 3D Max Glock round goes ahead, FlyQuest had a 5-round lead to close out that series over on the B stream. Lost 5 in a row, and now we're in OT.
Mac, this can't be your thing, mate.
What?
Like, it can't just be everything Chad does, you do it as well.
Well,
like,
it's a Kadir B stream
Malta,
update.
You moved to Malta. What? He just gave a B stream update. You're giving a B stream update. Like, you need to, you know, come up with your own thing, man. He's Australian, you're Australian.
Yeah, he was born
He goes to the gym, you go to the gym.
You're taking the gym away from Mac.
Yeah,
that feels...
He's got facial hair. I thought that was a good idea. I grew facial hair. It's just one of those things.
You have hair, though.
Yeah,
And back to the Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Well, you
guys could do like the Costco guys thing. We're Aussie EPL guys. Of course we do a double Kadir B stream check-in. Double Kadir B stream check-in.
I haven't seen this.
Oh, goddamn. All right. It's too
Chad,
I heard you talking about it the other day.
Jumps into the water. Mac jumps into the water.
It's true. They both done water-based skills.
Chad didn't swim to Australia, though.
No.
So Mac has him on that one. Bonus round for Team Spirit now. 3 MP9s. Let's see how they approach this one.
I'm going to try and come for Donk over in Dark.
Good timing on the molly. Flashing towards main just to try and create some extra space. 3D Max happy with how much utility they baited out from the B site, so you're going to see him chuck Yui go back towards A main. Put a bit more pressure over there. Well, we are going to see Lucky in the meanwhile, still lurking at B main, waiting for any microaggressions coming out of Team Spirit.
You see, it was good early pressure from 3D Max, baits out utility from Spirit, but now Spirit are the ones who don't waste time, re-aggress, flash play, they get the info, they block it with the smoke. So it's a cat and mouse game at the moment, and Spirit are the ones, and Anubis especially under pressure to still get some more information or get a gamble stack going. That's a good nade.
Zontic's going to refresh that A main smoke at the 40-second mark, so we'll see Team Spirit just gravitate around. Chopper not too far away from a rotation. Donk not going to be able to finish those kills. But Magic's taking 2 makes things a little bit easier here. And 3D Max going to start to flood out on that B site. Take a lot of control. But in the 1v3 now, it's going to be difficult for Shiro to get back in here.
Yeah, well handled there for 3D Max. Getting past Donk down in Dark like that is easier said than done. I think it's interesting that that's where he's always found himself. I think that Dark control is I would say, the hardest spot to get away with impressive stat lines there. And I think it's a very important spot as well. If you're kind of conceding that control for free, it makes the B site feel very, very claustrophobic. But they managed to get past Donk there with, I want to say, little done. I think he did all he had to, right? A lot of damage to 2 players, softened them up for Magics, but they still just brute force their way through. So a good first look at the rifles here for 3D Max. I want to see if that's kind of their idea here. Try and exploit him down in dark. Try and get past Donk. And then you're home free for the B play.
Also early timeout from Halley. I think their money is a little bit all over the place. They want to buy, so it's just about figuring it all out and what's the play going to be. Because you see there's an op on Shiro, just 1 M4, 2 MP9s and a 5-7. So very much a winnable round for them, but you want to be sure about how you want to play it.
Yeah, Chopper gonna close some space towards mid there, but with the smoke down, 3D Max respecting it, knowing that it could be that mixed bag of a buy from Team Spirit. So they're just feeling out the round and seeing what util they use in the early round. Naka going for that. Where's that going?
Mid window.
Window? Was that a double click?
Yeah. Left, right click, jump throw. Gotta get them up close, but Chopper's still playing in behind that on the 5-7. It's a good position for this. Oh, that's a double flash in through A main. And Zontix gets wrecked by it. They even find Chopper over in middle. Suddenly Shiro is really isolated here. He's got to watch mid and the A main creep, and there's only a smoke there. They could come through this. Donk tries to alleviate some pressure, and that lets Shiro focus back on main. So that kill's picked up for free. Oh, this is rough for 3D Max. It was a round where like the start's gone swimmingly, but as you tried to follow through on the ground that you get, it's all kind of gone awry. Maka's making a bit of a play. Ooh. Shiro, timing's not quite there for him, but the shot is flubbed for Maka. And so now Shiro's going to start hearing some pitter-patter of footsteps over towards main. You see Magix make his way over. This A site gets reinforced.
Good utility.
Oh, I can't believe that nade found him.
Okay, all right. Exercise, cooking with gas there, and brings that 3v2 straight back into a 1v2. Donk now, last alive in this 1v2. Retaking from main. We'll have isolated fights. Good crosshair placement, but Exercise, that little bit sharper holding the line.
That was a sick recovery from them.
Yeah.
You could see that Maka didn't really, you know, they were in between. Okay, do we want to go A? Do we want to go B? When he starts going towards camera, that's when his teammates start falling back to it. Then he dies. What do we do now? So just a sort of a smoke to fake, which I didn't do much of a fake towards B, but yeah, that nade. And then some nice shooting from Exercise to close it out. Huge round. Now it's a USP eco for Team Spirit, and even if you look at their money, they'll get 2,400. So
mid-stack.
No off from Shiro if he doesn't get a kill.
Huge flash. 3 CTs blinded. Gravity and Jocko going to be able to smash straight through him. And it's just going to be Shiro late flank through the smoke. Won't work out for him. Maka spotting the final man on site. And that was a almost perfect anti-eco.
Oh, you know, sometimes the Mac 10's like that. At least whenever I use it. I feel for Maka there. But still, 3D Max are up in the lead. You're kind of expecting them to get away with a nice T-side scoreline here, but already putting Team Spirit in a compromised position is good for 3D Max. Like that every time they're winning these rounds, they're kind of teeing themselves up for a little 2-for-1. That's a really good spot to be in so early into this opening map.
They're really persistent in picking it, you know, that just shows you the comfort level of the team and the players on the map to feel like it's not much to be anti-stratted and that we can play it against any sort of a style or level of opponent.
Boom. Ooh. There goes Exercise, and lucky not going to be able to find anything with that spam towards main. And Lin Vision also just getting eliminated.
By whom?
It's just a team. Just another team in the competition.
Is your heart torn?
Always.
They're both from, you know, your region, which is anything, I guess, east of the 50th degree.
Yeah. But I feel like that always happens for like fans of Asian and Oceanic Counter-Strike. You always end up having them have to cannibalize each other along the way to keep in the competition.
It's either FlyQuest against Mongols, FlyQuest against one of the other Asian teams that are here, or sometimes just the Brazilians.
Yeah.
And FlyQuest have a terrible track record against that. But hold that thought, Jocko going to be cracking open the site here. Chop up, mollied off, and Team Spirit with a man down are looking to go for the retake if they can get a pick here, but that smoke, ooh, might send it packing. Oh, if they get that pick onto Maka, he's tucked in the corner. But knowing that that smoke is just going to buy them so much time, Chopper makes the smart decision. 3 rifles alive will allow them another buy into the next round. 3D Max securing themselves 4.
I think also usually when you see what's similar to teams, you know, being really stubborn about the map pick or just being good on a map is mostly comes down to their T side and being able, you know, having strong defaults and being able to put pressure on multiple places on the map at the same time.
Yeah.
Why is that important? Because it limits the information that the CTs have. You feel like, oh, they might be coming B, they might be coming A. You know, they're taking all this control, they're putting this pressure. It's hard for you to find space to reaggress, to do something, right? You feel uneasy a lot of the times. And then also some of these pocket strats, right, to change the pace. Players individually are confident in the duels that they're taking on the map, and that's why it makes it tough to play against these teams.
Yeah, I think one of the things as well that, like, for Spirit, I remember even when they came in real hard at the start of the year, on Anubis, one of the players who would sometimes get exploited here was Zontix in these A-holds.
Yeah.
So that's why I think a lot of the time you're seeing Shiro start on this side of the map to kind of shore it up, right, with a two-man hold. But, like, every decision, you know, does come with a set of consequences, and so now you have Shiro a bit more bogged down over towards A. Well, that suddenly means these guys over on the B side of the map end up having to play safer by extension. So you don't have, like, Donk hyper involved in these early dark fights. Instead, they're trying to bully him off the angle again. Donk, that's insane that he gets out with 2. But everything just has to happen a little bit slower here for Team Spirit, as now they're caught rotating bodies around. They were only ever 2 strong inside of that B site. With both the kills coming in for 3D Max, they're in a really good position again, and it's those 2 players that had to rotate all the way over from A, left up in a retake, but a man down.
Zontic's having a sniff here, but again, that molly is going to buy a good 7 seconds. Extra util and a kit on Zontix, so if he can get towards that bomb, maybe there's a world. But it's going to be a flash across the palace. Gravity tucked away here on the pillar. And again, some damage onto Shiro. Good pick. And with that, Shiro will just be looking to save if he's allowed that. Gravity, big couple of picks in the post plant, and 3D Max are cooking here on Anubis.
I heard COVID's still a thing, Harry. I don't know if it's, you know, affecting Zontix, because that didn't smell good to me, that 2v3 retake. I don't know why they were going for. I understand you get impatient after a lot of saving, right? And you want to try. And I could understand them poking their head in to see if someone's maybe going to overpeak and they could get the punish and maybe steal around in a 2v2, but a little bit unnecessary. And now that op, I don't think it was expected from Gravity.
Yeah, I think they're. I mean, I know it's easy to say this now. They're 5v4 up. But I think they're going to win this round, because finally Spirit went in with a kind of proactive move right off the top. They disbanded that 2-man early A. Instead, they went double mid, double B, 1 over towards the A site, and they went for the mid aggression. And they had a second player there ready to trade if Shiro didn't open up on the AWP. Now that he has, they kind of move back into something a little bit more standard, but there's still kind of a twist added in here in that mid's been conceded. They've lent heavier into the bomb sites. They're kind of calling the bluff of 3D Max, right? Like, You're not going to go mid. You've just seen the AWP there. You just saw us trying to take the early fight. And so now they're shoring up the extremities. But look, another play's about to be made over here at B. Aggression out towards main. I think Spirit have felt like they've been sitting back on their laurels too much and letting 3D Max dictate when and where the fights are happening. They haven't won these fights out on either side of the map.
Yeah, that's it. They literally just pressured both extremities at the exact same time. Just as 3D Max had gone for that B site Xe, at least Team Spirit are going to hold onto the B site in front of those smokes. They know that there is danger around the corner. Magic's got a lot of information, but again, Mac are just going to be taking names. Shiro on the back of site here with the AWP. Drops one. 2 more to find him, and Macro on 5 points of health is going to be enough to bring this to the 1v2. Chopper answering with a refrag over towards Dark. But again, I don't know if he's going to really have a shot here. He's going for it anyway.
I mean, even a kill's good, and you know that damage has been done to him, right? Like, you've definitely had the calls come in that, yeah, at least one of them's low. Magic's got away with a lot of damage on that spray. But Chopper,
ooh, Macca.
Can he take the AWP out of the round? That would be kind of juicy. Pump up his own bank account too. Oh, they're so close. They're so close.
Inches.
There it is. Now, if he can grab the AWP. Yeah, not allowed. Lucky, watchful eyes. And so 3D Max, I think that's very sick that they've been able to lock that one in. That was Spirit making kind of back-to-back mid-round moves. One right off the top, and then that led into something else in the mid-round with aggression coming in on both A and B with that 3-2 setup. And 3D Max are ready for it. And you were touching on earlier, Yanko, saying, well, if you keep picking into a map, it likely means you're feeling very comfortable in your defaults. You feel very shored up with how you can approach the early game default. And so even though they're a man down, they still have kind of all the contingencies being held for 3D Max there.
It's like also just the variety in the playbook, right? I mean, look at the different things that they've done to win these gun rounds or half buys from Team Spirit, right? Like we saw slower pace style, split through mid and camera. Then early on we saw the pressure towards Dark. Then we saw I don't want to say a B pop, it wasn't that early, but it was around the 1 minute mark, a B hit. It's hard for Team Spirit to get a read on. And what 3D Max wants to do, and that's where the pressure comes from, that in a 5v4, you're still trying to make a play outside B. I think Spirit also, these buys, I mean, now Magisk has a shoddy because he dropped the AWP to Shiro in the previous round, right? Like all this saving, and then obviously you want to keep buying because you can put together a buy, but now they don't have a kit. Like it hasn't been ideal. And also on the other side, you're 6-2 down, so you really want to get at least a couple of more rounds, give yourself a little bit of a buffer going into the second half.
Playing in a decent position to try and have effectiveness with the XM, but the problem is going to be if 3D Max don't go B, then retaking with an XM on A is not going to be a good time at all. Double mollies at mid. 3D Max looking to fully clear out that position at window. And oh, here's that aggression again, but this time Magic's at medium range. You're going to be able to find that headshot under Lucky. B main control now in the hands of Team Spirit as the bomb is trying to figure out where to go for 3D Max.
It's fine, Mac. You can say he had the dak. We won't be mad. Even though Chad said it first.
What?
All right. Over towards mid for 3D Max. And Spirit have given this up. But they're holding on to all the avenues that you get from middle. So Shiro, next point of contact, and that AWP on the line. To drive it home for Spirit. They might have finally found a solution here. As 3D Max are forced into a mid play, they walk right into that heavy A-side lead. And there you go, that's something worth smiling about. It's nice. Spirit actually looked a little bit deflated after how this game started.
But this is the first time they have actually really good information in the mid round. Like that's what's been the problem for them. They didn't really have good information. You can see 1 minute mark, they get the kill on the B guy, they know it's clear, right? This enables them to turtle on A, even though they don't have mid, this angle that Shiro's holding, like with the limited utility 3D Max has, it's tough to get rid of, and it's an easy round for Spirit. That's why they've been trying to do that, you know, even in some rounds, even in that 5v4, because it's just tough on Anubis on CT side, even if you're a man up, when you don't have control or information.
Oh, Donk playing right in that smoke. And should be able to catch himself a little time in here. There you go, number one, but goes for the gun instead of the second kill. Didn't know that that second man was there. Magic's activating with the shotty, but in an odd position there on the side of sight. And in the 3v2 again, 3D Max looking to lock it in.
Oh,
That'll do it.
yeah, I mean, this is brutal. Team Spirit, they're not loving this.
3D Max have taken a good couple of names. They beat Mongols, G2, and if it keeps going this way, they're going to be taking Spirit down here on Anubis as well. Really showing that it is one of their favored map picks.
Yeah, but you can see again, it's a different way of attacking dark, right?
Yeah.
Like now it's a molly and you're walking through the smoke at the same time, right? So it's very difficult if you're that dark player. Like you can't play against everything. You know, you have to pick, you know, what do you think that they're going to do, how they're going to approach it this round. You're playing against that. It's like paper, scissors, rock,
Yeah.
paper, scissors. Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
Rochambeau.
The thing that always scares me about like it being Donk here, like don't get me wrong, he defo has the multi-kill potential, but I feel like Dark is such a cursed position for being like a one and done spot. You know, like it's hard to multi-kill because usually you're contending with the dark smoke, and there's 100 different ways you can look to smoke that to give yourself little one-ways on the corners. You can lob the molly in tandem with it to, you know, like edge the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also 3D Max will do that hit with 4B, 1 dark.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Straight through mid though. Change in momentum for 3D Max, and they're looking to smack it into camera. Ooh, jumping across the line. Missed opportunities for Shiro twice now, and he's going to be smoked off over towards Heaven. Molly will secure the A side. Ooh, there's flames going everywhere, and Team Spirit trying to figure out how they get back into this one.
It's really warm there, Harry.
He just got it. Oh, I'm never going to live it down, man, but it is warm. You're not wrong. 2 mollies up into the heavens. I think if anything, if you're Spirit and you hear the 2 mollies come out, that might entice you to go for this. That's a lot of their util that would have been so valuable in this post plant, burnt in just denying the Heaven wrap. But Mac is still waiting in camera, gets away with murder. Donk is offered up for free. And so that has just tipped the scales in 3D Max's favor so much that Spirit, they're just going to be left saving.
I mean, another really good call from 3D Max. Great timing to change the pace. Now you're doing it towards middle, right? Because you've been abusing B early on, so you're trying to be one step ahead. Okay, they might now send the third guy B open there, swing too dark, do something to alleviate some of the pressure that we're putting there. So where is the gap? Where the gap might be? Mid. All right, let's send it.
Well, we got a double Wapper setup. So,
Dude, I mean, I think the fact as well, I actually like how they've been spending the money here for 3D Max, even going into this last round. Now they buy up double AWP over on the T side.
Yeah.
But even while 3D Max had that like initial 6-2 lead, I don't think the AWP made its like first appearance till really late on in this first half. But you're aware that they have the money for the AWP. And so what angle don't you want to peek if you think an AWP's going to be holding? Dark, really. Like... So the kind of looming threat of that AWP has always been there for Spirit. So you haven't really seen Donk go for any of these like crazy peaks onto the T-stairs that you've seen him get away with in other games. You're constantly concerned, well, what if they are just there holding it with the AWP and then we lose Donk, then we lose the guy on a peek out through dark.
Our observer's also highlighting there's an extra AK back in spawn, just in case one of the AWPers
I mean,
wants
this
to...
is 3D Max anticipating that aggression, right? They just want to be holding all the sight lines. Oh, you're going to try and bring the fight to us. Well, here are those AWPs you've been so paranoid about all first half long.
Ooh, good nade. Jocko's one. Barely damaging Donk. And we're going to see Exercise be the one to drop it and pick up the AK. So only one AWP to make their way in, and we're going to see a little bit of a timing play. Maka missed opportunity, but Chopper now with the info that there is still going to be 3D Max members over towards B main. Team Spirit still 3 here. And Zontic's very worried about what mid pressure could come through eventually here from Gravity. Smoke fading. Donk very much ready for that one. Chopper spraying around, but runs out of bullets. Awkward in the smoke. Going to be able to run around with the USP. And it's not quite good enough. 3 found from 3D Max in a matter of moments. And just like that, Gravity trying to figure out what to do and how to help with 10 seconds left. We need Maka to plant. Maka's got to find some space to plant here, and he will find a hole, a space, a little moment to try and make this one happen. AWP retrieved, scoped, 2 kills found this round already. Oh, one more coming around the corner. Big trade coming through. Zontix getting the retake there eventually as we see Team Spirit find 4 going into the half.
Damn, it's a good day to be a 3D Max fan as they lead the way 8-4 after that first half. Team Spirit with a couple of consolation rounds down the stretch. It's not a lot of room, but on T-side of Anubis with a pistol round under your belt, suddenly you're picking up some steam and you've closed the game right up. So I would say this one's weighted pretty heavily here as Team Spirit move on to the T-side of 3D Max's map pick.
You know what they say about the French, Harry?
Nope.
They're very culturally tied to the likes of Anubis.
Hang on.
Hang in.
It's a very similar pistol to the first one, but Spirit is going A instead of B, so the weak side. It's only exercise here with a smoke and a kid, but he's just going to be playing retake, wait for his teammates, not die. And Spirit keeps pushing. They know they have to. Make 3D Max a little bit scared coming into this one.
Yeah, but look at this little scrap that's about to take place over towards heaven. Chopper, he's about to learn about it. Up close. Walks his friend here. There's Donk as well, his other friend getting involved. Oh, it's not gone well. It's not going great. They're still trying to hold back the tide of 3D Max, and they managed to trade it into this 2v2. Magix, they tell him, please, just go play around the bomb, man. We could lose this whole thing right now, but so much time has ticked off of it. The team spirit will lock in a pistol round, and Donk's cry can be heard from here to Sicily.
Lobby. Yeah.
Is that in
Sicily?
Italy?
Yeah, that's the south part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
The
Geographically,
Sicilians hearing his war cry, getting fired up.
the thing I do like about Donk, he's always very high energy. Even we were here filming some stuff with Spirit the other day, and everyone else was like, a little tired from the flight in. But Donk, he was in great spirits, high energy. Didn't need it for the content, of course. So the one guy who was like very down to be in it, wasn't needed. So instead, they just shot him with the foam blaster things that we have. I kept thinking, is that a good idea? He is kind of a big deal. You don't want to blind the guy with a foam blaster bullet. But they didn't. He's fine, I assume. I assume he's doing great. They got out the big one too, like the one that shoots really quick. Like,
oh yeah, yeah. Like the minigun.
Yeah.
Minigun.
It was no mercy on Donk that day. I guess if you can't shoot him in the server, you do whatever you can outside the server. Cheers, guys.
I was waiting to see where you're going to go with that one. You're leaving. That's all you, brother. Of course, 5 guys, CT spawn with USP, smoke and a kit. They could try something funny, What's he? Okay, never mind. I thought the guy was holding out the smoke and aiming at something, but it was just a knife. I think we'll see a super late 5-guy bomb rush aside. Try to smoke defuse.
Yeah. The old Team Spirit strat. Use their old tricks against them.
Would love to have a 5 guys set in CT spawn. Just the fries for me.
Of course.
What's your go-to, Yanko? What are you getting? You pull up to the 5 guys, drive through window, don't know if they exist.
Oh yeah, there you go. There's the menu.
Restaurant.
5, the bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah.
And a shake.
Their milkshakes are good.
And depending on how I feel, fries or Cajun fries.
I always go with the Cajun fries, man.
Sometimes it's a little bit too much, with the bacon cheeseburger. I don't want to clog all my arteries at once.
You guys ate it so much in Cologne, it was crazy.
Whenever I order Trace a burger, I always try to make it like the worst burger. Like I ordered one. It was just called like the Monster, and it was like 4 patties, double bacon, and I was like, you could pay €3 to double up on the patties. I was like, what does that even mean? Are there going to be 8? I think there was like 6 patties, quintuple bacon, septuple cheese.
Oh no!
Extra jalapenos, so it really
an octagon of lettuce.
Did he finish it?
No, he did not finish it.
Oh, poor form.
Or he might have done.
That's actually very mean because he only eats once a day. So when he gets that, he's probably real hungry and has no choice but to eat it.
Just drown him in beef. I smell like beef.
A good way to go out, smelling like beef. Well, Shiro looking to do a bit of slaughtering himself over towards the B site. Jocko in charge of that dark control.
I can't believe he even, in a way, had a chance at the second shot. That's kind of absurd.
Yeah, that was a lapse in judgment there from Jocko.
For a brief moment there, that felt like an MM game.
A brief moment.
Someone just out in the open. As they're running away from the orb. Okay, yeah, sure. It worked, though. And no one's dead early. You'll love to see that if you're a 3D Max fan.
The reposition from 3D Max in the mid round, taking a risk. They left one more smoke with Jocko on B and actually 4A, so probably push for info. Have a couple of extra players in the bomb site in case it doesn't pan out. That's really strong with four players. And Spirit seems to be leaning towards the B bomb side, so they have to get a move on A,
Yeah.
3D Max, to at least get some information, get a flank going.
Pincer about to happen. And great aggression. Ooh, both those Dark players going to be mopped up. Jocko going to be able to get the job done here, anchoring up a Storm, and finds one more with that B main smoke blooming. I think that was thrown from someone else a bit further away. But great timing on all that, and with 15 seconds on the clock, Team Spirit are not touching this round any longer.
And they went for that push on A at the last. You know, anything later than that, they probably lose the round because they don't catch the players moving up dark. Jocko is the only one in the bomb side. He'll get traded, right? They lose the side, bomb gets planted, they'll probably save, so... These 2 kills were crucial. And that's a nice little example of, you know, what you can do and what you have to do to some extent on CT side Anubis, right?
Have that proactivity. You can see the Spirit were trying to do that, but it just felt like 3D Max had every base covered for a lot of that first half.
Yeah, they were going for a little bit more information plays, default T1s, right? Or the flash plays outside of B. Like, this is sort of, sure, there could be a guy or two on A, and then you could lose the players pushing, or maybe you die 2 for 1, but then the 2 extra players on A is something you don't expect. You will expect maybe 1 more, but then the 4th guy can get a double kill and make the round really awkward because one of the Ts would be far away or something like that. So that's the player who would make the difference in that sort of a situation.
Oh, I like this. I don't know if that was an intentional second CT smoke. Going for a rug smoke as well. Fighting here. Jocko going to be able to find the double. Interesting utility usage. Confused me, confused Team Spirit, and they're going to lose 2 people.
Yeah, you feel like you have to hold it, like,
yeah.
And that's when the push from Dark comes from the other side of all the smokes and all the utilities. So nice little sleight of hand from 3D Max.
What we've usually seen paired with that rug smoke is the T-stairs smoke, so I don't know if someone missed through something and it still worked out, or whatever the hell happened, but 3D Max is going to be happy with the man advantage regardless.
That never happens, where we think it's something elaborate and they just missed the smoke right there. It's always well thought out.
They are walking into the one-man hold at least. Exercise here. But he's playing this very late, or at least as late as he can.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to give up that early peak going for the info out main. Instead, he's just holding for the actual cross into the site. I think, you know, this is him just kind of playing for the 1-for-1. That's what you're hoping for. Dink up. Damage on his Zontix. Finishes the job. And then goes swinging on out. But he gets the kill that he was looking for. And even more damage onto Magix. Shiro's going to try and play up close to the camera, but they're coming through. The orb's not ideal there. It's just Magix left up against 3D Max. Low on health, dinked earlier on, and Lucky is there to finish the job. Double digits secured for this 3D Max CT side, which is fast picking up steam with now 2 in a row.
I love that spacing. 3D Max realizing, you know what, we got to go through this. We have no utility left. Let's just make sure we're not going 1 by 1. We're not going to be picked off with the orb.
I hate the way stats work in CS, man. Because Exercise only has 8 kills, right?
Yeah.
And he had 3 kills in that 2v3 early on for 3D Max in the reset round in the first half that gave them some momentum, right? He had a kill here and a dink on the second player where he was isolated. If he dies, round is over. So he managed to find like really good impact in important rounds for his team, because look at the buy for Spirit. They decide to keep buying to pressure the economy because they're down 10-6. But this is where just out of spawn 3D Max has a big advantage.
And that's exactly why you hate stats. Because you gave the
Because they don't showcase that, you know, like you did not even close.
No, that's why you're so useful.
Dude,
that's why everyone loves you, Yanko.
It's true. But I mean, you know, this is...
Harry doesn't, but...
that's right, man. Look. Also, I think in that last round, the fact that he delayed it all so much really impeded how deep they're able to get for the post plant. I think that's the whole reason you end up rushing through camera. It's like, well, their sight, at most their bricks. You know, they can't have set up in heaven. They're not holding for this yet. So yeah, no, I agree. It's a good take. Chopper. Walking the walk out through water here. Going to rejoin the rest of the gang for a fast A play, but 3D Max are already pushed up through mid. They're going to be hot on the heels here, flanking the A bomb site. 2 players on that endeavor as Exercise leads the charge. There's no util here for Team Spirit. Once that's all cleared up, it's going to be open sight lines for 3D Max, who have all the guns, all the firepower to fall back on.
But Spirit going real aggressive there. Zontic's falling. Jocko coming in from the beach side on his own is probably going to get traded in a moment. That's going to be off-screen. Exercise here needs to get a main control, which he's going to be able to do so. 14 left in the clip, 1 on site, and that molly should dislodge Donk. Oh, it's gone to heaven. He's playing around Cake, and again, the time is ticking. Donk gets the pick, but it is going to be 3D Max getting the defuse off just in time. Nice late retake, Team Spirit. It was a solid attempt, but unfortunately just didn't get all the picks they needed.
I love the 3D Max. I think it would have been so easy when you're in that post plant and you have like 3 guys with full util to immediately start dumping that in. But they actually clear the first few with nothing more than flashes, and then that saves them all these mollies to isolate angles.
Yeah.
When they get into, you know, like the 4-on-3 for the actual retake of the bomb site, they get to molly off heaven. That means they only have to worry about a player on default, so Donk's very easy to deal with. If they'd used that, because you saw Exercise was he was gonna molly close, but instead he just peeks with the flash. Oh, this is really good, man. I'm really liking this 3D Max CT side.
Let's fucking go, Harry. Let's go,
Sick,
man. Ale.
That's what I was telling you. It's great watching 3D Max on Anubis. Doesn't matter who's on the other side. They have really solid strategy brought in here. Team Spirit, they're the ones in question, of course. You know, if Donk's not having his Donk performance, then sometimes things don't go right, but they're going to have to look at a reverse sweep here because 3D Max, it feels like they've already got this map in the bag.
I mean, Spirit won both pistols. 4 out of the 6 rounds just came from pistols straight up. And I think one of the issue for them on this map has been a bit, maybe too many buys. In both halves, really. But it's also hard to criticize it considering the score line at different times, right? And just the allure of being able to reset your opponent's economy is too strong to resist.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. When you're getting it that close and you've already all game long decided to chase the dragon of breaking the economy, like you can't stop now that you're even more in the hole, right? You kind of just have to double down on that end.
But, you know, Harry, sometimes you need to be able to resist the allure of simplicity in the face of complex truths. And Spirit failed to do that here.
Occasionally you just... Where did that come from?
Well,
I love it.
I got deep real quick. What I have noticed about 3D Max is they're so happy to play for the retake on this CT side, and that's the difference between what you're seeing from 3D Max here on CT and Team Spirit. Team Spirit will fight early, not have the main advantage to go for the retake, and then when they force it, it just doesn't go right. Whereas 3D Max, they're happy to give the full sight no matter what buy Team Spirit's bringing in, and because they're execute heavy, it's like a retake is kind of an execute, right? And they're just retaking the site with decent utility that they've held on to. This time, however, a bit of aggression towards B main.
But we hypothesized about the smoke being missed before. That one's definitely a miss.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Like you ain't, what are you smoking there? I can tell you what you're smoking. That's the smoke that you've lobbed out. But yeah, like, they still get the opener delivered. Zontix gives that one away, and so Spirit, it's down to these 4 to try and keep the game going, just to try and play for OT. You need 6 in a row, and it's got to start from a 4-on-5 man disadvantage. And 3D Max is so active in every single one of these CT rounds, whether that's taking mid control, whether that's going for these fights outside of A. Now Joker's got all the B control. Gets that info, delays the shot as long as he can. So now Team Spirit are committed. Even a follow-up dink onto Chopper, who's getting pursued from this mid push. 3D Max are collapsing upon Team Spirit. This is the bomb in main on a low HP Chopper, given over for free. 3D Max with a super legit win on their map pick of Anubis to open up this BO3.
Right now, while the pistol is going on?
Yeah, sure. Hang on, then I'll go do that.
Just go step right in front of Donk's computer and just hand it to him.
Yeah, just in front of his face. Lieutenant
Hey,
Donk.
you want this?
Monster. Monster, Lieutenant Donk.
Oh.
Kind of like a Forrest Gump thing.
Yeah,
Here we
yeah.
are, right? 3D Max. Be lean. But you're going to notice that while they were busy being lean, Team Spirit were busy
Leaning.
Being mean
being mean.
and taking their bomb site away for them.
That one didn't hold up for very long.
No.
It's okay. They can't all be winners. But yeah, I guess the moral of that story is it's a free A bomb site for the Team Spirit T-sided pistol round.
Now, they won all the pistols back on Anubis. And it wasn't enough for them to win Anubis.
Let's see if they can do the same on Ancient.
That one's crazy. Oh! All right. Well, there's the kills. Zontix. Come on. Come on. Lock it in.
Swing.
Lock in. Yeah, he locked in.
That's
Exercise and Maka. Now just Maka. And not for long. He's actually okay. Oh! And there we are. That's a big celebration.
I like how Zontex was like honorable in that fight. He let the CT. He spotted him like 4 seconds. He was like, "You can reload. Like I'll let you reload, and then I'll take the swing." Gets the kill at the end of the day. Nice 1-0 start. What was the final score of the last map? 13-6.
I think so, yeah. Yes.
That's
13-6.
okay. So
So 4 of those were
pistols
and the
and
empty.
conversions. God bless. This 3D Max team is kind of legit.
Oh. Yeah, not the guy. Not the duo. Not the ones you want to be facing there. Eco round. And I'm a fan of that.
We appreciate those very
love
much.
those.
Yeah.
Thin air, they call them. Because the Finns, you know, in scrims, they would go like for just rushes on eco just to get it over with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do the Fin air eco.
All right. I
Right,
learned
because-
something today. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that
The
is
airline,
actually-
and then they're flying.
never
and
heard
planes go
against
real
Finns.
fast, Harry.
Yeah,
so
they do. The thing I like is whenever a plane gets delayed, so they kick it into overdrive and they fly even faster. But then I always wonder, why aren't they flying at that speed anyway?
All the time, yeah. When your flight is delayed 30 minutes, but you arrive 45 minutes ahead of time. Special day. Maka, gonna step forward. Oh, not too deep though. Back it off. Back it up.
And clip that, and hold on to that. Just a little recording in Jason saying, not too deep.
Not too deep.
You gotta find just the right spot. And so here we are. It's a 2v3. Shiro and Chopper.
Still searching for that right spot. I think it's the A bomb site initially.
Ooh. Will it be the forbidden B spot here for, for Team Spirit? 40 seconds left. They're going slow with it. You kind of want to ease into this.
You want to start that way, right? But at some point, you got to pick up the pace. You had only 33 seconds left to figure it out.
they get their feet wet as well on that rotate.
Some people, 20 seconds is a long time. To others, it's short. For Spirit, will it be just enough? Just right. As Chopper gets that trade, that's the route to the plant open. Oh, but
No
that
way.
nade, it's going to hurt. Chopper's really wounded. And Joko's there to finish the job. Just a heads-up swing on the back of the nade of the bomb plant. And so the round is won by 3D Max.
In that Goldilocks 20 seconds.
It was the
Just
Goldilocks 20.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Thought something might happen there, but it was just a little tease. No clutch from Chopper.
That was a bonus round. That was a freebie for Spirit. Mac 10 was still in place, so now they get to pick up all the rifles and they get to go at it, you know, however they choose to. Whole playbook's open to them. And no op quite yet for 3D Max.
That was Spirit trying to change the pace. I imagine now they go for a little bit more of their default mid control, just throwing nades towards B.
I bet they chill for a little bit, right? I bet they let some of the nades get used and wasted from the CT side. That's going to give some information away. Aggressive push in towards A main, a very deep smoke. Spirit don't have access, they don't have information. But not having information is information in and of itself, Harry.
Yeah, that's what the government wants you to believe, Jason.
That took a weird turn.
No, but it's a good link. And your retort, Jason?
Nothing.
Not as weird as an Italian trying to describe someone's sexuality.
Huh. I've never heard that reference before.
Family Guy.
Okay. Well, that explains it.
Dude, Family Guy. Now, that is a good show. Jason, you're kind of like the Brian.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
see
think
that.
you're like Brian.
You're a little bit...
Dinko's like Stewie.
Mate, Dinko is not Stewie.
Dinko's Stewie.
Who's
He's
Meg?
got-
That's the important question.
Hugo.
Well, Team Spirit coming into this B-bomb set
Hello,
like
Chris.
the Kool-Aid guy. Oh, yeah! Wide open.
And right in short. But this is all by design. 3D Max feel fine giving up the site, but those nades go to default. Bombs planted wider. The ramp and long, and Team Spirit try to push back down the ramp and hold this in the post. Lucky needs something on this wraparound. Exercise is at least going to trade that out. They know about this second player flanking, and so Team Spirit will be ready to receive this. The rest of 3D Max are trying to get involved over on the long side, starting their play in now. Exercise getting out with even more on this wraparound, but not quite the third. And he really needed that, as now it all falls onto Gravity. There's the backstab, double up, Spram onto Don Connects.
No kit.
Zontic so low, and without the kit, it's a damn good try from Gravity. But not enough to... Oh, there was a kit right there.
Right next to it, actually, yeah.
Still, Zontix is in a power position there, able to just play around the bomb. Could have called his bluff, wasted the few seconds he would have had. And so Spirit with a safe round, maintain this early lead.
And that's such a kill and blow to the money that 3D Max has to play with. They have to force buy here. Couple M4 is going to be on the board. MP9, double lurk from that aggressive stance at the A-bomb site early. Doesn't pan out. And Shiro's getting hyped up. He's focused.
I think that's like an example, maybe some good prep from Spirit, knowing that, okay, if they're playing retake, they like to throw the HEs, let's make sure we don't plan default, that we plan somewhere in the open. It's also safe in that case because they won't be spamming, they'll have their nades out for the sound cue.
And, I mean, if you're playing retake too, like, if everyone stays in, like, everyone evacuated the bomb site from Team Spirit. They're like, if once those nades start coming in, like, we're in trouble inside the bomb site. Everyone got out, and you have to have the bomb planted in a different position for that eventuality.
Another huge round for the economy.
Why do I feel like this is about to be the third round in this 5 rounds that have been played so far, or will be played by the end of this, where Spirit just get a free bomb site?
Depends on the timing. I mean, they don't know, obviously, that 3D Max is going for this gamble, so they're just now getting into position for the A execute, and come on, 3D Max, you guys need to rotate back. You have the info.
Well, that's what I'm interested about, because like Team Spirit obviously know no one's at the B bomb site, so they have no intel over there. So I figured this hit would have been a little bit faster pace, but it's still coming in at a decent enough timing. Still nobody's here, so once again gonna waltz in. Exercise here's that smoke plume. That one as well over in Donut, and then it's a undefended free plant.
Why aren't they moving from B?
I think they're just planning to save everything and try again.
But they had the timing to leave B.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange.
Have we had a unicorn round yet? Or have they broken this out just because Yanko's here? It's like kind of a
celebration?
Yeah. Because you don't get these very often.
No.
And Yanko's missed some cool things already.
There's not even
you missed the big cream pie that opened up this season.
I saw that.
And I know you've been putting in a lot of practice back home, so I know you wanted to be involved in that.
I would never miss a cream pie for anything, especially if Jason is involved. So I was there for the opening of the show, Harry. Someone's gonna die. Surely.
No. I don't even think anyone's gonna take damage except maybe to the bomb.
I really like what 3D Max did in this round up until the point where they cleared, you know, lane on B and then just stay there.
If we try and get a look at it from their philosophy, right, the idea would be that's like they're in that double save territory. So instead of rebuying or just full saving in the next round, they save all these weapons, try again, and then you've still got whatever's left of this buy plus all the money.
I know, Jason, but that's playing not to lose. You need to be playing
I'm with
to
you.
win.
I don't like it. I'm just trying to get the mindset going.
They had mid-smoke, so what are they going to do? Spirit is just going to, against, if it's a buy or even against an eco, going to what? With 4 players come from T-spawn super late without any control. No one's going to do that. So that's why I think it's just, you didn't have to...
Didn't have to sacrifice the round.
Yeah, you didn't have to surrender. Then again, they are French.
Oh, it's so easy. It's just such a low-hanging fruit.
Ah, you see? It wasn't the only...
This was the other unicorn round.
This wasn't the only unicorn round.
They actually had that ready to go.
They had that queued up. Someone in production
that's kind of sick.
That is crazy.
Yo, we're doing stuff like that now? Screw it. Okay, show me an ace from the other day.
Yeah,
you won't.
if you guys are going to bust that out, now we have expectations.
Yeah, now you've kind of set the bar too high.
Right.
Everyone's worried. All right, out towards me for Team Spirit. Production room having a breakdown here.
Look, oh
as
God.
more clips have to be prepared.
We've made the mistake. We've done something awesome.
You played our hand too soon. Could have saved it for the final week, couldn't you guys? But no one learnt lessons till it was too late to learn them. Push down towards B ramp for 3D Max. Maybe they've learned lessons here, going about the lane control differently. They reinforce A early and they go 3 down B ramp. Now, no one is aware that Gravity made it this deep. Is he ready for a player in Cave? As he fights the jump up, Magic starts to make a move. Gonna try hold for any sort of re-aggro through Cave side, but I think if you're 3D Max here, you're very content with the real estate you got, and actually, they're taking it one step further. Even robbing them of this T-spawn area.
Shiro's gonna spot
right
this.
here. Shiro picks up Maka on the push.
I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if Magix doesn't make a play towards the B bomb site. If Shiro calls out they both pushed B or one pushed B, like you'd start pushing forward towards the site. He's standing pat for the moment.
Smoke over to CT, but this time the A site isn't under-defended. 3D Max have been waiting for this play since the round began, but it's just a one and done there from the double swing. And Joko's also found on the wrap back round through the spawn, so only Gravity remains. The one constant here. Oh, that... All right, gonna chase down Shiro.
Yeah, jig is up though. Now it's time to bail out. No kit, no utility whatsoever to get into the bomb site, so 5th round for Team Spirit. Once again, finding that magical 20-second timing.
Yeah, I mean, they're still playing this, like, because we saw it back at Anubis. They like to be active in their CT rounds. You know, they're always kind of trying to push and prod for the info, but the difference was on Anubis, I felt like the reactions were so instantaneous, like, based on the info they got. Things are just a little more, I don't want to say rigid, but just a bit slower here in terms of how they're reacting to that info.
It's not as fluid.
Yeah. It felt like they didn't even really have to think about it back on that first map. Things were just in motion right when they needed to be.
Exercise knows if he gets that kill, makes the round winnable for his team, then maybe Joko can make a play as well, pushing through that CT smoke, but wasn't meant to be. 5-1 for Team Spirit. No op still for the side of 3D Max. Spirit really putting a lot of emphasis on the A bomb site in this game, which isn't what you usually see from them, so that tells you it's probably something in the scouting.
Or, I mean, they've just walked in for free a couple of times, you know, like it's just like, let's see what you got now. Like maybe just nobody's home again. Like that's the easiest round in the book. Nade in hand, so another one goes down. They spot both, 2 opening kills. Molly almost cleans out Zontix as well, but he lives with a sliver.
Trying to come through right now. There's a 3-on-3 here for 3D Max. They got a 3v3 min-max this situation before Magix gets involved on this backstab. They find Shiro. Start to make a bit of a move forward now, trying to close the gap on a chopper. Molly will force a swing out of him here. That one's collected for free, but there's the backstab arriving. And Gravity so low on health, tagged up earlier on, just going to try and call his bluff, but not today. Magix clutches up big for Team Spirit, a hat trick on that flank. And so the lead held firmly by this Spirit squad. And I think the thing that's scary here, right, every round they've been going in, they still have Magix kind of floating around over towards the B lane, seeing if that aggression's coming through. And it feels like they're trying to call 3D Max's bluff. If they don't get that lane aggression, or maybe Magix gets a kill, I think then you see them go back B in anticipation that A is finally lent into. And so I think this is a bit of a rough spot for 3D Max to be in. I'm worried that as they try to course correct the A bomb side problem, they're going to make matters worse on the other side of the map. I think Chopper's in a very powerful position right now.
Oh, he's certainly got the edge up and as far as in-game leaders go in this game at the moment in terms of the way that this is played out. And you're exactly right. You have a weird decision to make if you're 3D Max, if you want to keep continuing with this style. Like maybe you're trying to force it. Maybe your thought process is like, surely they're going to come B and hit this
they
stack
can't just keep going A, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what you're kind of telling yourself, but they are.
But then when you're down 6-1, you know, that philosophy changes a little bit because you're like, oh, but we do kind of need rounds. We can't just keep risking this the whole time. So all picked up on Maka and pistols and an MP9 on Joko. AWP and SMG, the only two weapons of significance on the 3D Max defense.
Interesting that it was Halley who took a timeout for Spirit before this round, considering the streak, but probably wanted to cross the T's, dot the I's, and, well, I'm sure that wasn't in his playbook.
I would be surprised if they knew that there was going to be an AWP in play.
Or maybe that was exactly what he warned them about, Jason.
Maybe, yeah, the coach is like, watch out for the AWP. They like to buy that AWP.
There's a Reddit thread that said the casters need to talk about skins more. So we've been trying to pepper that in wherever we can.
What you got? Oh, hold the phone, because it's a push in towards Jaguar. Shiro, careful now, one close up. Zontix is going to swing off it. The mission accomplished. They forced that push back. Lightning strikes.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was the push with the berries and cherries that led to that pop coming in. Maka now shoring up the defense on this AWP, but a missed shot. It sails on by.
Bombs an A.
A plant in the meantime.
Lightning does not strike twice.
It's a good line.
Yeah, I'm like, wasn't that terrible?
Oh. All right, good luck, Shiro. Over at A main. Here we go. Double retake, no kit, nade primed. Here's the footsteps. Good toss. A little bit high, chunks down some damage. He knows he's got 10 seconds to work with. Ish. Shiro gonna swing out a little bit wider. Can't get the fight, needs to get the kill. And Exercise wins it out. Knows eventually he just has to commit. And 3D Max put his second on the board.
A little bit lackadaisical from Shiro, or is it just me, you know, just revealing his position with an HE? They didn't even smoke. Felt a little bit unnecessary.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I wonder, because the HE is a super deafening. Even if they just catch you, you do lose audio. So maybe it's like to spook them off the bomb. For those few seconds, they don't hear the footsteps. They can't tell if he's pushing.
Maybe he got a comm that someone was low.
Yeah,
One
that
of them
could
was
also
low.
be it. We're always looking for the smartest thing. You know, they never they never make mistakes.
Yeah, I just try and bail him out, you know?
Gotta be. I'm sure Shiro had an idea there. Or he didn't.
Do you think he actually...
And the last thing he said was like, well, fuck, I've lost this one, guys.
It didn't work. You think he had a lineup for that nade, or you think he just guessed?
I think he guessed.
Yeah.
It looked like a guess nade.
Looked
It went
guessy.
very high.
It did.
Does that make it better or worse?
When it comes to grenades.
Worse, yeah, worse.
Just worse.
Maybe that's what the tag timeout was for. Oh dear, Maka doesn't have a gun.
Oh, but he's gonna...
And his gun is in spawn.
He's figured that out.
Gonna still try and set up Joko for the push. This is awkward though. It's kind of throwing the round into disarray. They clearly had an idea here that they wanted to come through with the aggression. And you've tried to do that, but you're like a piece down. The flash wasn't as good as maybe it was meant to be. They still get out with the kill, so not gonna get punished for this, but that could have been a way in for Spirit.
That A bomb site is wide open again. 2 players creeping towards it from Spirit. Although Bomb heading back to the B bomb site, so maybe trying to improvise this into a fake with some utility at the A site, and hopefully that draws somebody over. But just now, 3D Max is making their move to clear mid. And information will be picked up in the fallback in Donut. Lucky making plenty of noise.
Good catch for Gravity. That bomb is once again on Shiro's back, this time over towards B.
That's such a long time to leave him in middle, trying to cover everything. Cover B lane, cover a mid push, cover a donut push, and be ready to pounce when you're called upon. I don't know what the idea in this round is anymore.
No, I haven't actually really known
for like the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, like
it's been
even really the last round.
It's their saving.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know. I'm hoping that you can make sense of it, because right now it's like the classic call of, guys, you rush A, and I'll go plant B. But usually that's like reserved for... It's just a save.
I think some of the stuff is, okay, 3D Max just took a timeout, so we can, you know, sometimes teams like to, when the CTs take a timeout, you just rush something instead, because they're trying to adjust, they're thinking of something elaborate to do, and then if you just rush something and do something simple, it's not the worst call in the world, right? So what they wanted to do is fake exactly that, which should have created some space, but it didn't really work out. Maybe there was some miscommunication. Maybe someone didn't really understand how it was supposed to be executed. You know, you just need to, for once, Harry, just imagine that they never make mistakes. Like, so it's all part of a plan.
That's what we've been trying to do all day. No mistakes made, and it is part of a grander image maybe here for Team Spirit. This time the aggression's coming in over towards A. Team Spirit is certainly expecting aggression here, as they have Shiro just waiting, this time without the bomb as well.
Yeah,
which is nice for him.
Yeah, nice for him and nice for the team overall. That's a hard lurk though. This had to have been called. Watch for that push. Ooh!
See ya.
Amongst the plants as well, and the smoke at the top of B ramp dissuades them from attacking into it, from popping through it into the bomb site. So this gets a little awkward as the round enters the mid-round phase. I walked right into that.
And in French there, they're calling Shiro Le Botanist, as he was caught in amongst the plants.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, Joko.
All right,
You
here
take
we
it
are.
away.
Oh. Well, luckily enough, neither one of us had to say anything particularly hyped there for that moment. But here's the skirmish for this B-side control. Magic swinging onto Gravity. And that leaves it all on this lucky lurk out late. His presence knowing about Magic's just holding. He really wants this fight. The nade rains in.
The bomb,
well, Magic's come to regret still staying out on this island here, playing the close angle. Lucky has to clear this, and Magic's able to walk that one over the line. A big round from him. Not just the kind of defining kill on that player over towards Long that allowed the plant to come in, but then locking it in the 1v1 as well. This Spirit T-side, after a 2-round hiatus, is back on the board.
He's calling another timeout out of a victory.
I mean, this one I understand a bit more, because the money for Spirit is still really poor, and this round basically this went 5 in a way, so it's a really important round in that sense. You can see they have 3 Galils in there, M4, AK. The buy is better for the CT side, so this is where you need to sort of call one of your, I mean, I don't want to say one of your best rounds, but you need to have a clear plan of what you want to do, because you're at a disadvantage coming out of spawn, right? So you need to decide on how you want to minimize that. You're on the T side, so you get to decide where the fights are going to happen, and You want to get all your ducks in a row. But that was like, I'm not sure how 3D Max managed to lose that. They were 5v4. They cleared out outside of A and still got a little bit caught on the B bomb side.
Oh, mid-swing from Shiro. Donk's brought down to 5 HP, and Exercise never even knew about Shiro, but still gets the kill. 3 versus 5. And Spirit's going to be starting to move and creep towards that A bomb site yet again. This time it's covered by Lucky from CT Spawn, who's going to step forward. You've also got Exercise and Donuts still, who can back off and engage in the defense. You have to disrespect that, right?
Or you can save.
I mean, ironically, that might be like the best decision available.
What's the loss bonus at?
It's not pretty.
It's 1400.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
zero.
So you're not going to get anything better than this in the next round if you die.
I guess that's
and
fair.
How winnable is this 3-5?
It's very winnable now.
It's extremely winnable.
I would like to answer that question with a question of my own, which is how the hell did Chopper just get 2 easy kills like that?
Were they like both clearing? Like one guy was clearing out cave and the other one just got tracked.
Oh dear, 3D Max. This was kind of a golden round here. And now suddenly someone's going to offer up some heroics. Team Spirit, I think they were really ready to save in this one, but the 3-on-5 chance has presented itself and they might be about to win it out. It's just Maka.
Dude.
Left up against it. Rotating on the AWP and they've heard him. They know that he's coming from the spawn side, backing off to play around the bomb. They get a player in towards Donut. Chopper takes that line. Maka's going to try blow this open. Nade off the wall. Ugh.
He's got to save. Yo, it's not just the 2 kills. It's like Lucky's on top of the box. Like, that's a very bold position to play in a 3v3. You get like one little jiggle and you have nowhere to go. They know exactly where you are. But that double was crazy.
He's also kind of stuck. He makes a sound cue. I mean, if he drops down, so... But this is an example.
Actually,
you know what? This round is a consequence of the previous round, where they were in a 5v4 and they played it passive and still lost the round because Spirit just went B and now they're like, we're 5v3 and, you know, we need more, right? When you really don't. I mean, this is just piss poor, right? I mean, you even cleared bottom B. Now you're going into cave from B lane to go behind them. It's like, why? It's not, you don't need to be doing this.
Yeah, and I feel like, I know Lucky's like really out on an island there, but that's a position you're in when you're in the 5v3.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, it's fine. And then like you say, well, now the only option is I have to jump down and tell them where I am. Great, okay. Okay, we've thrown this one. That's all that's going through your mind when you're stood up on that box.
That's certainly going to be the conversation at halftime. Someone's going to say it. There's always one. Boys, we really threw that half.
This just, yeah, it could have been a closed up half. As Yanko said, that round was basically deciding, is it 9-3 or is it 7-5?
But this has been such a weird half of Counter-Strike, though, when you think of how many... Again, Spirit got 3 free bomb sites in the first 5 rounds of this map.
Oh my god. I haven't enjoyed these last few moments.
Like you have the first map.
No, the first map was epic, man. That kind of had everything. Some really active calling, some great moves. Everything was lining up for 3D Max. And like, I know Spirit have had some like kind of lame duck rounds in there, but I think it's just because they're not the ones under the same, you know, pressure to change anything. It's like, oh, well, we'll just save and do it again next round and win this time. All right, Donk is low, Zontix as well. And there's aggression from the AWP over in middle. Donk goes roaming into the cave. Joko's waiting in this smoke. Donk's going to have to land 2 shots to deal with him. Joko just needed the 1.
Oh, that's information. They hear 2 players running back, though. That's all heard by the players outside B.
Still a little time left, though, and no control anywhere else. They kind of have no choice but to keep battling forward here. That will put them in this crossfire between Joko and Exercise over a long, but as he swings, Magix is holding for it. And now it's just Maka, pushed mid earlier on the AWP as he makes his way out through cave. There's Util coming down in front of him.
It's just like last round.
He's going to have to try play through this. Get on his back, so he tries to make the move and gets snuffed out. Team Spirit, commanding lead as Shiro screams the house down to a 9-3 half.
All right, fucking nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. What's going on in the Twitter sphere? Navi moves Simple from CS2 roster to Valorant roster. Sources say they plan to build around him in Valorant, I guess. He's a Counter-Strike player. What are you thinking, dude? Anyway, at least he's got some cool teammates, I suppose. Producer, how long until we're live?
3 minutes left.
That would be a shame, you know, considering all the MVPs, all the awesome clips, all the things that were kind of given to us by Simple. It would surely be a shame to go to Valorant at this point, you know, like CS2, it's a good game, arguably sometimes, mostly frustrating as hell, but okay, like I might understand why you want to go, but I also might not. And so I guess we're obviously gonna have to report on this, right? Yeah. Okay. Producer, you still here or what? These people, dude, they're just everywhere, man. They just don't even care. Thank you. Thank you. Well, if this sticks.
We're live in 3.
Oh, scheisse. More top stories here today, of course, as we're looking into Valorant, it seems. Simple, trying to go onward and upward. Oh yeah, it was my clown nose. Because why in the freak is that even a rumor? Why is it a joke? God damn it!
That's what celebrations sound like right there. Spirit, this is a very different vibe to what we saw from them on the opening map.
And a very different scoreline as well, Jason, to boot.
That might be why Shiro's gone a little over the top with the celebrations. He's trying to get he's trying to get everyone hyped up, trying to bring the team up to his level. He's ready to get this series done. Well, not ready. He's got to play a third map if they want to do that. But, you know, so far so good.
Yeah, I like that. Also, that was a really nice little news bit. I like that.
That was a good news bit. Way to go, Trace. You're back in the green room just chilling. You did great.
But,
oh my God.
Speaking of news, all the news is breaking over here as 3D Max get broken on the A site push. Chopper trying to run away by the looks of things.
I think Spirit's probably a little bit shocked this pistol round's not over. Like that should have been, it feels like a clean wipeout with considering the positions of everyone. The first kill also. All right, Joko, good shots. That's Magic's just wandering out into a headshot. Chopper can't connect. He's got the kit and he'll give it one last push. Soon.
He's leaving this real late. He's going to have to fight them both as well. They're playing layered inside of the site. This first one, not even going to make it past him as Joko puts up 2 in the pistol. Alongside Exercise, both of them in with 2 apiece. So that's 3D Max actually winning that one out. They run into the stack, they run into the setup, and they get out with the pistol round.
First pistol of the series, I believe, for them, isn't it? Is it not?
Yeah. So weird. The Spirit has 3 players there, 2 guys with dualies, 4th player is also in CT, and they just whiff, basically.
I think the turning point is Zontek's going for that repeat from A main. Like, he should have let a teammate play first. That danger of a presence in A main when you're inside the bomb site and you have 3 choke points you got to worry about as the 2 3D Max players, that's everything. All right, Donk spot the dualies now in the second round. That's unfortunate.
I think Spirit are going to win this.
Yeah, I think they're going to win Ancient as well.
Yeah. That's what I'm referencing.
Felt like making a bold statement. Felt like really getting out there on a limb.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they were never going to win this round. We all knew that.
I think, you know, I feel like the viewers shared this sentiment. A bold statement from Harry just means saying something that makes sense.
Yeah, it's fair. We've certainly had some dark moments here over the last few days.
It has been very early in the Pro League, in the ESL Pro League, for us to be going off the deep end.
But look
I
at
like
that.
it.
That's money made, man.
That's
Mac 10 just goes, brrr. and now you're set up for life. That's awesome.
Yeah, 1 round.
And slowly but surely, you're actually getting back into this game. Now, for how long that remains to be the case, we'll have to see.
Well, this round will be a big telling point. If Spirit shut him down here, it feels like it's pushed right back out of reach again. Over the top, Gravity. Oh, finds Zontex a little too wide. Donk with the trade and gonna fall back, disappear into the smoke, pop right back out. He's got a double. Pistol whip. Oh, okay. Styling, flexing in middle. Donk's got a quad kill, and 3D Max, I've got to be shocked.
Go get the ace. Yeah, it's good enough. 4 is fine. And 10's pretty good too, as Team Spirit lock in double digits. It's all on the back of Donk.
Yeah, great sequence from Dong, but I can't say I'm a fan of that call. Right, I mean, you got a 1-for-1 trade, T-side, right during a 4v4. The problem is they don't have anyone to flash, to throw any utility, or running through the smoke. It's hard to come out at an angle where he can't, you know, line you up. Then also you've lost your sort of lane player, so the cave guy can come out and help mid, so better to just maybe wait it out, reset. There was a lot of time on the clock. Oh, come on.
Yeah, that can't be a thing. Well, into a 2-on-2 mid-round. It somehow worked out. It somehow it's okay.
130 left. Welcome to Ancient.
That's how I felt watching a lot of these rounds.
A lot of guys killed each other, and now there's only 4 of them left. 2 on each team. One of them is Shiro with the AWP.
It's like terrible writing. Oh, it's somehow we're in a 2v2.
Yeah. And somehow 3D Max have returned.
Oh, see ya.
Shiro dead. And so this one might be the winning call for 3D Max as they walk that one over the line. And now they just have to figure out, how do we repeat that?
We just do that 4 or 5 more times. It's all good. I feel like this whole game has been off somehow.
Yeah, it just hasn't felt right, you know?
Ever since Jason came in.
Yeah,
It is factually true.
I'm happy to go sit on the couch. Like, bring Mac back.
Bro, yeah, maybe we do. Just to restore a bit of normality. Like, something's changed, man. It's like when you just had that one drink and it's just hitting for some reason. Oh, well, there's Chopper with the double opener as they try to get past him.
Yeah, but this is exactly the strategy 3D Max called. Losing the first 2 players and then recovering out of for no good reason.
With 3v2, get it down to the 1v1, win the clutch to time.
Oh.
Okay. Bit of an exchange of damage there. Both players hurt.
Gets the tag, but not the frag.
Come on, Maka. You're curious, you know? You're curious what this place has in store. That's fine. Go move in. You just got to clear Zontex, and then it's fine.
Yeah, and you've already seen that player to the right, so you're probably not going to assume he's to the left. Oh, he's sliding out. You're way too exposed, my brother.
I think he knows that now, Jason.
He does know that now.
He's aware.
Oh, but wait. There's more chapters in this story. The double donut 2v5 push. Chopper holding the line. They last saw him over in cave, and now they see him in a casket as Chopper puts up 3.
Turns out that chapter was the appendix. Because the road was a dead end.
Oh, watch out.
No, don't turn that corner.
That was the one. That was the one 3D Max really needed to make this doable.
There's always a chance, Yanko. There's always a chance.
A chance does exist. Another timeout from Halley. I think usually he's super spot on with his timeouts. But these two ones, like the one on the T side and this one, are a little bit... I guess he just wants to... He rules with an iron fist. I like what he said in the interview. You know, it's like when you see us, the game plan, that's on me, right? All of that stuff. So if something doesn't make sense, you can blame me. So I think he takes a lot of responsibility for that sort of stuff.
Shields the players as best he can.
Yeah, it's also, you know, on the chopper to... Obviously, he has his input, and then it's up to him to execute the plan to the best of his ability. And, you know, obviously, you make some adjustments along the way. That's what the timeouts are for. But you have a general plan of what you think the weak spots are, what you want to attack. Every game you go into.
Well, 3D Max want to attack this B bomb site, dropping smokes for the long and short. We need Hugo's alert. B-pop, B-pop,
B-pop.
B-pop.
Oh, well, might be an abrupt end here. Oh, Shiro there, just gonna kind of trying to luck your way into the round if you're 3D Max, but it's not panned out for them. Shiro was more than willing to go down with the ship. In fact, he went down first. The ship weren't even sinking yet.
Nope, ship's still floating.
Just dives off the side.
He's the captain now. He goes down with the ship.
Я вот клянусь, бля, пацаны, пустите реально пройти банан, я убью пятерых.
Yep, I agree.
But he said...
Yeah, I mean, potentially.
Playing it safe.
Yeah, I think it's risky to just, you know, you actually have no idea what he said, right? Like, just finally co-signing
I
things.
co-signed that Russian. It's fine.
Oh, Chopper, Tech9, come on, just walk through, Lucky. Stop pretending you're not gonna. Just walk through, come on. Your teammates are in the site, but we all know you're coming through this smoke. Oh, surprise! Option C, he did come through. The timing was good on it, but there's one bullet in that M4. Not enough to win the round, so Team Spirit pick up the win on Ancient, matching the 13-6 of 3D Max back on Anubis with a 13-6 of their own. The score will now be settled on Nuke. With Mac in charge.
You're getting Jack.
Exactly.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Hazard and Jack.
Breathe in, upper rush, and breathe out. Headshot, breathe in, Glock kill, breathe out, bomb plant.
That's actually a really sick way of casting. That all flowed really well. Let me try. Breathe in, Molly in heaven, breathe out. I'm actually doing the breath. Are you doing the breath? Breathe in.
Of course I was.
Tries to peek, breathe out.
Breathe in, retake begins, breathe out. Gravity's got to kill. Okay, Shiro.
Breathe in. Shiro swings with the dualies and dies. Breathe out. It's exercise. Breathe as he falls.
Diffuse. Diffuse, diffuse, diffuse. Oh. Oh my god, it's almost there. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Oh.
And that's the outward breath that we were all waiting for. A breath of fresh air.
Do your best sentence while trying to breathe in at the same time.
What okay.
Well, when I do the whisper casting, I always talk on the outward breath because it's funny. To me, it's funny to you. Everyone else finds it really grating and aggravating, and that's fair. I think that's a very fair take.
Yeah.
But to me, it's funny. But breathing, talking on the breath in. How the fuck do you even do that?
I just tried it. It didn't work. Well, Shiro's getting kills. This is all in the inhale, by the way. Shiro now dropped down to the lower floor. Oh, they've swung wide. They've swung wide. They're going to wrap around these silos. Shiro has no idea where they're coming from.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh my, that's awkward. They got so wrecked.
Mac's gone.
Yeah,
He's actually...
I tried it and it killed me.
And now it's all talk. It's hard. Gravity.
It tickled my throat.
This is another one of these rounds, though, like the last map, where it's like, oh, how did this actually happen? It felt like this was not a possibility, and here we are. Gravity's going to get into the vents.
I was breathing in.
That was just all the drool from the previous round from watching that defuse.
Oh, this ties into Creamy Moses as well. That was literally lyrics from the song I wrote.
Cream in, cream out.
Yeah, I thought it was breathe in, breathe out. I think that was the actual lyrics that I
Oh, the AI song that you made.
Yeah,
That was good, yeah.
All right, Don Kwon B2. Everyone sit up straight, pay attention.
He's usually
Posture check.
he's usually dead by the time clutches come around. This is a rare occurrence.
Posture check.
There's got to be a
Don.
kit in the bomb site.
Everyone's sitting up straight. We're all paying attention. We've all hydrated.
Oh, he's
we've
going for the
stretched.
ninja?
we've oxygenated.
And it was all to bear witness to the Don Kwon B2. But he won't win the round. Everyone kind of wins in a way.
Donk got all
In
the
a way,
kills.
everyone wins.
The handshake. And that's the best round to win as well. If you are 3D Max. Very goofy one.
Cream in, cream out.
Okay, so he gets one on the flank. This just, all the kills just came out so fast for 3D Max. Well, round 3. Timeout used. 3D Max want to build upon that.
I feel like everyone's being so liberal with the timeouts these days, Jason.
Yeah, they're just chucking them out
They're
there for
just
no
throwing
reason.
them in for nothing. We're 3 rounds into the game.
I'll tell you what we need.
What are you even talking about? You don't even know what's happening yet. There's been 3 rounds played.
You're saying
Organizational
this-
waste.
You're saying this, but remember, Rooster's going to be here next week, and they don't use timeouts. So
Yeah.
you're going to be complaining, why aren't they using timeouts?
True.
Everyone else uses the timeouts.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Their coach is registered under the name The GOAT.
Oh, this year?
Yeah, The GOAT.
Okay. Of course he is.
There was some team last week whose coach's name was Brain.
That's epic.
Just Brain.
Was he on a team with Pinky?
What?
That's a reference.
What
I have.
team was it? I think I remember that one.
Ooh, I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
Of course.
Zontix is going to back away. He's upgraded to the M4. And once again, we have a 3v3 with a minute and a half remaining in the round.
What are the details you're going to pick out from the HUD?
1-1.
ESL Pro League Season XX. It's the Group B advancement match.
Group B is an important one to keep your mind on as well. We did miss that with Group A earlier today, but Group B we've got locked down.
Magic's out of ammo by the looks of things as he reloads, but that bomb's gone down towards low with a minute
he
and
the
10
only one
left
here?
on the
Is he the
clock.
only one here?
He is the only one there, but a missed shot from Shiro as it sails on past him means that this one going to come down to the retake.
But will the retake even happen, Harry? Is it even going to occur?
I don't know. This whole game hasn't really followed much of an ebb and flow. It's kind of Schrodinger's retake in a way. It's both happening and not till you acknowledge it. Zontix with the bomb tap. Zontix with the death.
That was the retake.
And the save is called.
Retake's over.
They thought about it, and sometimes that counts.
Yeah, the thought is a pretty big part of things. Magic's going to get a exit kill. He's got one more coming his direction. Well, the bomb's going to take that.
That's a good round for Spirit, even if they lose it.
It's just like the last one. With Don getting both
Everyone's
kills.
winning in a way. Everyone's winning.
Great.
It's like a kind of postcode lottery in a way, and they're all in the same postcode, so they're all winning. Everyone's winning.
What's a postcode lottery?
I know it's a very British thing. You know, like
I don't know what it is. We just have the
I
regular
think it's
lottery.
like everyone in your postcode
Just gets
pays a
some
fee,
money?
and they
Okay.
all get some money.
Sure. We used to do that at
We
the
just
factory.
love a
20
bit of,
people
you know,
throw in some money.
You kind of dangle the promise of riches in front of a whole community. Get them all hooked in one go. Postcode case unboxings. That would be good.
The house always wins.
True, but you have more houses in the postcode lottery.
That is true. Can't fault that logic.
I hate that logic.
In Monopoly, the hotels win. So explain that, Jason.
I think the businesses... Oh, no, they are hotels, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, God, you're right. The hotels do win.
Dude, I remember buying the Monopoly. By the way, the ESL Monopoly is really good, but also I remember buying the other Monopoly.
ESLshop.com.
The one where it came with like
Shop.esl.com?
credit cards, and it was so mind-blowing when I was younger playing that. Like, You're telling me I have a credit card with 150,000 Monopa bucks on it, and I get to go spend them right now?
Monopa bucks.
Like I ain't gonna buy up all the Park Lane? Come on now, you kidding me? All right, here we are. Little push out towards the ramp. But you know what they say about ramps? We all know it, so we don't even need to think about it. Here we are, Zontix churning them up. Shiro there too. Everyone throwing their name into the hat in the ring. Shiro. Dead now. Back up. Come on, lad. He's going to get run down. And so there it is. Team Spirit finally get their just desserts in that they win a round. And for once, not everyone's winning here. It's just Team Spirit.
Yeah, that's kind of selfish of them too. Like the clutch was nice, the retake was nice. This though is a little unreasonable. Good round overall. Doubled up over in ramp room, 2-2. And back to pistols again.
And this is where 3D Max do their best work.
As we saw previously, Mac, in round 2, winning that round with pistols. They're fantastic at this stuff.
Jocko's got a huge smile on his face.
What do you think it's about? What do you think he's thinking about?
I reckon someone said something silly. Harry, what do you think that was?
Come on, guys, we got this. And then you're just laughing away. You're like, yeah, sure.
It's funny because we're on pistols and we have less of a chance.
But dude, maybe they can, you know? At the end of the... Oh,
Yikes.
it's not a good debut.
No.
Not a good case put forward. But where one hand gives or takes, the other might give / take, depending on what went first.
And if you're reusing the same hand?
You never want to do that.
No?
You never look at a gift horse mouth lest you see what's inside. Donk, right now he is that horse. I guess. I don't know. But look at him go. Like, that's a horse peak if ever you've seen one. There's some horsepower behind that.
Yeah. Horsing around over in the lockers.
He's just so good. Donk's so good, I hate watching him.
Add him to the list. Add him to the list.
People have started writing that. I actually like that. That it's that like other people to a degree are vibing with it.
They understand the concept.
Because they were saying, oh, Harry and Jason, so good at casting, I hate watching them. And it's like both a burn and a compliment.
At the same exact time. Yeah.
Which is exactly what you want to do. You can't let anyone get comfortable. Never develop true friendship. Keep everyone on their toes. And so here's 3D Max.
An esports commentator philosophy right there. That's how we get through this industry. No close relationships. No bonds of fellowship. None of it.
Nomadic lifestyle.
Yeah, Mac lives in Malta
Hell yeah.
now, which is crazy.
You know what that means?
You
I can
moved from
actually-
one island to another one?
Yeah.
An even smaller one this time.
But where I was going with that was I can actually use the ESL shop now because it's not going to cost me like $200 shipping every time.
It's fair.
Sorry,
that is
that's
good.
probably like €5, you know, the
Yeah,
conversion
I
rate
mean-
and everything.
I never even thought about it. They actually have to get it to you, right? Don't they?
Miss out on a lot of things in Australia,
Yeah.
on the other side of the world.
Well, if you're a disgruntled Australian, maybe get into us at the EPL mailbag at efg.gg. Let us know. Maka. He is.
Not Australian. Does sound like it.
It's 5:40 AM in Australia, so all you degenerates who are still awake, please get those submissions in. I miss you.
Do you? It hasn't even been that long. It hasn't been long enough to miss
Yeah,
out.
actually,
I've shed
you've-
some tears.
It's like
been
the
a week,
equivalent
man.
of being at a regular event, the amount of time
Yeah.
you've been away
But
thus
the
far.
thought of knowing I'm not going home for
Oh, you
a
can't be
while.
like that, Mac.
Whoa.
If you're already thinking like that, it's over.
You need to get past that.
Your tickets home, bro.
Tears were shed, and we've had emotional growth in the last
Okay.
week. And on a lighter note, we have Counter-Strike on the screen,
Exactly. And that's good.
which could
Because-
cause some tears to be shed if Team Spirit lose, I think.
Speaking of shedding tears, Shiro's over here at the red box. Ooh!
The only shed that 3D Max are in right now is Donk's tool shed. Well, hang on. he ran away, but there was going to be a good line there.
Yeah, if he had just cooperated with the whole thing.
Oh, but wait, hang on a second.
Oh.
He's got the tools for the job.
It's a
They
double
call
level
him-
shed.
It's a double chunk shed something. I don't know.
Extravaganza.
Yeah. Come on, someone do something.
Come on down to
hell, this
Donk's
is-
tool shed. We've got hammers, we've got wrenches, and we've got motherfucking AK-47s. The best tool for the job. As
Yeah.
long as you're looking the right bloody way, which Zontix will be, he'll show you the right way to the tool shed.
Oh, little bit crazy. Calm down, Zontix. Just going for that jiggle. Bomb site's lost, and Chopper comes in next. Utility in hand. Okay, this retake's on. It's officially on. Oh, burning inside the site.
What?
Chopper's got all three. They
He's
call him
cracked.
the handyman, and Gravity, the last one left.
Actually, wait, I got this.
Okay.
If Chopper gets all four, I got this.
All right.
If he doesn't, I don't.
Oh.
It's a gravity clutch. 1v3, and Zontix gets the
Oh,
kill.
wait, can we just go back like 10 seconds and imagine Chopper gets that kill? Imagine he swings through the
I was
doors, comes
gonna
up the
say-
stairs, gets the kill.
Yeah,
Harry,
go.
go.
I was gonna say, Chopper's embodying Anders right now. He's chopping him up.
Oh, that's pretty
that's
good.
the Anders
yeah,
line.
that is the Anders line.
Shout out Anders one time, Anders Bloom, if you're watching this.
Anders Bloom.
Also, congrats on the whole skybox situation.
Oh, yeah.
Job well done.
What happened? What'd I miss?
It went public to the
It's gone
to the average
public.
consumer.
Oh,
It's going crazy.
Good
and
stuff.
Anders is about to earn his millions.
Stocks.
And then the world is over. Once
Stocks are
Anders
up.
becomes a millionaire, the world is done. We're
Yeah,
cooked.
if Anders
He's got
ever-
some ideas,
If
doesn't
he ever gets too much money, it's going to be a weird place. It's-
The fact that we've kept him on the back foot all these years,
Well,
it
yeah,
might
we've-
actually have. People don't know the public service that's been done there.
I know we've taken a lot of criticism for making sure he doesn't work events,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like,
he keeps
guys don't
starting all these
realize.
damn businesses, and the one that finally, really brings him all the money, it's over. It's so astronomically
we've
over.
done our best. Now it's up to you.
3D Max, come on now. They got to make money moves like Anders here. Tech 9s, some utility, some armor. It's not a lot, but it's what they've got. They gotta hold on to what they've got. It doesn't make a difference if they make it or not. They got each other, and that's a lot for Nuke.
So give it a shot.
Oh, the halfway rush! That was so epic,
I think we
dude.
actually nailed it.
Sure,
I think I
holds
felt
the
so
line.
good about that.
Yeah, and we wrapped it up in time for the execute to fall apart. Maka, 1v3. What can he do? No one knows how to follow that up. That's it. We peaked. We fucked it all up.
It's all
We're not
can
even
he
in the
do?
first half.
It's like,
We're not
I
even
don't-
done with the first half, and we fucked it all up.
I don't want to take it when I know he's going to sit in a corner for 20 seconds. Mac, that's you.
Yeah, that's what I do. I sit in the corner for 20 seconds, think about
I don't
life,
think that. Yeah. Yeah.
and then with the Tech 9, eventually swing. Probably that little bit too late once Team Spirit's already regrouped. And you can see what they're doing. They're like, hey, we got the upper side. You got the bomb, but we got the upper side. And we're going to play a 3-man retake, have good spacing, trade it out. And that's the round.
And that's the round. And that's all it is.
Whoa, risk of trapped hands. Watch out for that.
Okay, he's making his move. He's worked up the courage. Now moving in through the squeak door. Ooh, he's been spotted. He's been
What's
taken
the
down.
idea there? They're like, you want me 3, you wait till the 15
I
seconds
know.
hit.
If I just give him 30 seconds, they
Yeah.
might actually just go save and make sure they don't lose that off, and then I'll be able to stroll in. All right, 6-2.
I don't know what's happened in this series. It started so strong. There was
that?
some fantastic Counter-Strike being played across the board. But as it's gone on, yeah, just a little thirsty there. Why does your drinking sound like that?
Yeah, you drink
You
weird.
have like a nozzle fitted or
Is it the
something
mustache?
for it.
I have a filter built in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you've been able to
On the
drink all
upper
the
lip.
tap water.
Wait, you're not drinking the tap water?
What am I mean, I've heard it's okay.
I've been drinking the tap water.
Dude, you're both
I
insane.
Googled it, and initially it said it is
I mean,
safe to
initially, it like
It's
revealed it
safe
to
to
you
drink.
changed.
But then someone said it wasn't safe to drink, and I don't know if Google heard that. And then I checked again, and apparently the chlorine levels are really high or something. So I don't know.
It's all good.
I don't like that the safety advisories change from day to day. That
Should we
makes
go
me
for another
nervous.
song? Chlorine. 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 Right, come on, Team Spirit here. 6-2 up. While we're playing Silly Buggers, they're playing Counter-Strike. 3D Max. Is this the round? I've got a crazy good feeling about it for some reason. Outside smokes are in. You think you've seen that one before, but this time there's a little bit of trickery about it. They've thrown in the outside smokes. In reality, they wanted to go ramp. That plan might have just gone out the window. That's fine. You can problem solve on the fly. The round's not done yet. 4v5. You're still in with a chance. Gravity's made it down towards Secret. He's feeling real good about all the space he's been able to take. Nothing can slow his roll right now. Nothing can stop 3D Max here. They might have got a man down.
Except for himself.
But
He's
exercise.
decided to choose to pause and wait.
Exercise falling was a big blow to 3D Max. But it's this space that Gravity has taken that just might shape the outcome of this one. He's waiting to see if any aggression... Okay, he's dead. That's fine. 3 on 5. You can still plan accordingly here. You can't expect everything to go right all the time. 3D Max going to look towards upper. They're playing out through the door. Donk is watching from back at Garage. He won't even get a chance to play into this round. There's a molly down in the way. Things aren't looking great off of the rip here for 3D Max, but this is where they dig deep. This is where they build back in. They didn't blow out Team Spirit on the first map, only to fall down in the doorway here on the second. As they all fall down in the doorway, Dejoko left as the last man standing, offering up something. 1 HP sure, AWP retrieved, and he is still believing. Quick drop down the vent, and there might be a plant in store at lower. Will this be the golden goose for...
No! Dead again in another doorway! A different doorway.
All doors lead to death for 3D Max.
Doors, doors, doors and knobs, jams and architrades.
I'm sorry,
Get
what?
your doors and knobs from us and you will really save.
Is that an Australian mechanics
for a-
shop?
No, like a door and knob and just a door shop.
It's a door and a knob shop.
Yeah. You mean the knob shop?
Knob's something different down in your part of the world, isn't it?
Welcome to the knob shop.
It's a door
We've
handle.
got fun and games. Very musical tonight. We're very musical tonight. Anything could happen. Keep watching. Stay tuned in. There's more songs after this. Magic's back of the site. Hold on. There's one. Oh, but not the second. He will get run down. And so now Shiro asking for some support. Zontix takes to the heavens. What? I don't know where the accent
You
came
can't just
from.
transition into horse racing from the 50s. It doesn't work like that.
And here we are. The 5th innings have begun. Zontix. Zontix from How's Your Father? And now, riding on a high, it's Shiro taking a position. Exercise, they all head him. Here he is. 1v2, trying to win this. Ooh, it's actually pretty sick, to be honest with you. He just well might. Will Exercise. Fucking Christ, every time. Every time, bro.
They're just killing you. Oh, you're building
I'm
it up
trying
for him.
so hard, man. I'm trying so hard. But this is the one. The round is coming, the golden round, the one where you finally break through.
I don't think esports has ever had a musical.
Maybe with good reason.
Probably. It's a weird intersection, I would say.
LEC's like a music video.
I'll
company,
quickly-
right?
They do have some music videos over there, that's true.
I'm seeing it how the
but
people
no
are liking
musicals.
it. Yeah,
And
they're
that's where
hating
we
it.
come in.
That's where we come in.
Yeah.
So cats now, right? That's what's on the list?
Yeah.
Everyone's been requesting meowing, but I don't even know like what that means. They're just like, yeah, meow, and I'm like, okay.
If you
Sure,
could just
I don't
meow
know
into
if
the
that's-
microphone, that'd be
Meow
great.
for them,
It's like
Pookie.
a one-off. Yeah. We could do like that thing. Every time Donk gets a kill, you know, you'll meow. That's like a Valorant TikTok. They do that a lot.
Yeah,
Or
true.
something.
Little
I don't
bit
know.
of
They make some
skibbity brain rot.
noise. I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird...
Place.
I know this is ironic coming from me, but it's a weird, over-sexualized sort of environment.
Why is it sexualized?
I know that, like, I literally can't say that, but here I am
Would you
saying
bark
it.
for me instead of meowing?
Sure, once, ever,
Yep.
and then never again.
Okay. When Donk gets his kill.
When he gets, okay, if Don gets a kill, I'll bark.
I want a big...
But it's the one time I'm doing it, ever.
Are you going to do like a weird one, or are you going to do like a
no,
good...
just a dog bark.
Okay.
He's got smaller
I've
dogs,
got it,
so
I've
it
got
might
it.
be...
Yeah, true.
Ooh. Zontix, leave some for Donk, man.
I don't think it's going to be this round. It's probably not going to be this round. Wrapping around heaven. Mako looks like he's already considering a...
It's ooh. It's ooh. You have to ooh. Oh.
Oh, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Don't do that part.
I don't want you to do that.
Well, here we are. Something's happening here.
Yep, they're
Joko
finally...
and Gravity,
Yeah.
they're in a good position. Now, they are kind of worlds apart. Initially, you might look at the map and you might say, this isn't that good of a position. But it is, because he's going to... Maybe it's not that good.
Get ready.
Oh, it might be the worst. Ooh. There you go. There's the one mark, right? Donk on the board.
At least you saw it coming.
Dead.
You got to work up the courage
yeah.
as you watch that come into play.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Got that dog in me.
9-2.
That's been a whole half.
It has,
Where'd that go?
unbelievably. Rather unbelievably, it has. I think only a couple of rounds ago, we were singing Bon Jovi, having a grand old time, had the whole series laid out ahead of us. And here it is, about to end. Unofficially.
Unofficially. What we did yesterday to try to make it spicy was just talk about how easy it was for Team Spirit and that there was no chance that they'd lose and MIBR ended up winning.
Okay.
We fully infiltrated the server with the Caster's Curse.
Yep, you did.
Threw it in
you
there.
infected every part of the game with the Caster Curse. Ooh, Donk again. That's not the prettiest Donk kill we've ever seen, but he gets the job done at the end of the day. Chopper had to pay for his mistakes. Looking for one more outside. He sees the shadow. A little bit of pre-fire. Beautiful from Donk. And the rest of 3D Max stuck behind the smoke inside of lobby. They got nowhere to go. Another smoke, so they will be delayed even longer.
And pause for tension. Donk. Bit of support from Magix, and now Donk gets to get involved as Team Spirit. Shoot for the stars, lock in 10, double digits. Anubis might have gone the way of 3D Max, but every map past that point looked to fall dominantly in favor of Spirit. Let's find out if they can close this out in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
And Stadodo will deny it for too long, but there's another player with a chance at a timing there. JBA not fully ready to capitalize on it just yet, and it's a nice headshot. Actually from Malpas that's behind him. A little distance on that one. It's eventually Daviji that finally gets his second, and it is in safe hands towards the ramp side.
Get a little nervous after that first kill, but no panic. Movistar Koi, no rumbles, no bumbles, no tumbles.
No stumbles.
No stumbles.
Even.
They stay humbles. Though in the comms right now, there might be some grumbles.
I gotta buy a scout. Oh man.
Noted scouter, Fuzi. Just telling you right now.
Scout, seriously?
All the way back. He's setting up the util right now. But eyes on that scout. He can scoot. Here come those smokes. Adams playing the patience game here. Shadow with a Schmallow. Hasn't been revealed. When does he pull the trigger? There's one. Oh, nearly gets the third. Huge damage on. Mopaw's able to trade it. And Adams with that cheeky play. Totally overlooked. These are the mistakes being made. We talked about Wildcard's composure being the most impressive thing about this team. Little details overlooked that lead to round losses.
Fozy crouches underneath the crosshair. We'll see if they can regain their composure. There's noise being made, double up in heaven, and one coming late through mini. It's a fake, it's not a stick, and maybe they've lost their window of opportunity to comfortably plant the bomb. Smoke going down here. That's an interesting
Mini player.
throw. And Sonic getting himself repositioned effectively. Mappa's not realizing this, but still being able to catch one off guard. Not for long, though. Sonic swings. And it's a quick kill here. Another one out of Sonic's AK. Last alive is Fozy to convert in the 4v2. The duo will get the job done.
Gonna let them speak for themselves there, because what on earth?
They missed the smokes in the outer yard of that play, too. If it couldn't have gone any worse.
Team Spirit leading the way on the half as this one rages on into the night. For the Spirit squad, it was a slow start here, but very, very cleanly done across both the remaining maps. They sit with an 8-round lead over 3D Max here in the third. As the clock struck midnight on this 3D Max run, as Anubis had impressed us. But there is that last chance stage waiting for one of these teams, and right now it's looking like that would be 3D Max, Jason.
Yeah, about to turn into that proverbial pumpkin as the clock, as you mentioned, strikes midnight. Maka, one last chance. You got to get this pistol bit. Oh.
Literally, I don't even know. I feel bad for him.
What is that?
What do you do?
Sometimes you're not meant to win.
What can you do?
You know, that's what I'd be saying to the guys right now if I was their coach.
It's not our fault. God doesn't want us to win. Everything's going against us.
Sometimes it's just not your day.
Whoosh.
Maybe, though. Maybe this is Lucky's moment for his 1v4 ace clutch attempt. Dual Berettas are primed and ready to...
It was close.
Donk's just too good, man.
It was really close.
Hate watching it. 20-4 on Donk, who's proven to be a big problem for 3D Max. The vibes are electric for Team Spirit.
There's smiles there on 3D Max.
Yeah, I think, you know, you would have to at this point.
What else can you do?
Sing a song. Kumbaya. Back in T-spawn.
Don't worry.
CT spawn.
What do you make of this buy, Jason?
Which one? The CT buy?
Yep, that's the interesting one.
I don't like it. I mean, in this situation, I think you have to go for it. Yeah. But, you know, just as a general idea, the 5 MP9s with no utility doesn't make me very happy. But, yeah, 2 to 11, you got to go for it. You got to do it. You got to get weird. You got to get frisky.
You have to hold on to what you got at the end of the day, right? So
exactly.
Lower play for Team Spirit. Sontix, yeah. Gets the info that they've taken lobby. Knows there's more players there, presumably. Just got shot at by one of them.
You have to be a special person to take the role on T-side Nuke of just sitting on the roof the entire time and doing nothing.
Oh, I would be volunteering. If I'm 16-4 and I see Donk 20-4, I'm like, I want to beat him. That's the new competition. It's like, who gets the most kills? You know, you kind of make your own competition up as the game goes on.
That's why we played Gladiator back in the day. You ever play Gladiator?
What,
it's hard to play Gladiator these days.
Which
everyone sits in spawn, and you
like
send one person out at a time.
Yeah.
See how much he can get done. Then the next person goes. People are too good for that game these days, though.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. I thought when you said that, we were like fighting till the death with like weapons.
Each other? Oh, no.
In like a Coliseum sort
That'd
of
be cool, though. I'd be willing to do that. Probably a piece of content. I think that'd be really nice.
Yeah.
If all of us talent.
New Gladiator's coming out soon, I think.
It was filmed here in Malta as well.
Oh, was it?
As was the first one.
There you go. Cultural tie-ins. What do you know?
That's the thing about Gladiators. They call them like they see them. Gravity out in heaven will fall.
You've used that before, right? That wasn't just off the top of your head?
That's just off the top,
that
man.
Cannot be off the top of your head.
You've just got to come up with these things, man. It's
No.
it's a whole job.
No, I don't believe that. You've heard that, you've seen it, you've used it.
Someone just says a word, and then immediately you kind of fragment the word into its core components.
You've worked on the recording.
Where are the anime mouse pads? That's what I'm wondering for Team Spirit.
It's probably why they're winning so much, is they got rid of them.
They ain't distracted.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going for.
You're saying something to Magix, and he's just like eyes glazed over, just staring down. Sorry, I like fully zoned out that entire time. What?
I just noticed something on my mouse pad, and I had to figure it out.
Figure it out. I also figured something else out as well. The reason we were barking and doing weird stuff before is because if you look at the top of the screen when it comes back up, 3D Max, when it goes to the shortened version, it says DMX.
There it is.
And of
Harry.
course,
Go around.
DMX
There's one of them. Sorry.
famously starts these songs with the ho ho.
Yeah,
True.
it's true.
X go and give it to you.
He is
But
going
not
to
3D MX. He just lets you take it.
Unless it's Anubis. Well, everything's better in 3D. Movies,
Are they?
games.
Depends on what way we're talking about here, Mac. I gotta, yeah. If you mean like just the fact that like Counter-Strike is in 3D and it's not like a side scroller, 2-dimensional, yeah, fair, fair, just point. But it's not the just points we're thinking about; it's the match points, team spirit. 5 kills away, and I think it's safe to say at this point they're all but guaranteed to get them. And with playoffs on the line, or that last chance bracket, and I really mean the last chance, i.e., there's no more chances.
Is that what last means?
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Well,
The third strike, and you're out.
This is
Chopper's got a
spirit.
good rap going on.
He does, you know, wants to lock in a run into the playoffs here, and with the spot he's in, he's done it. A moment of hesitancy there. Will die.
Yeah, forget about that.
But it's all good.
I paused for a second.
Unless lucky. Yeah, I mean, if this is like the best case scenario is the
Things have gone wrong. They've gone horribly wrong. Oh, that's going to be it. 13-2. Team Spirit, there was never any doubt from round 4 on. It was all Spirit. And 3D Max will drop down to that last chance bracket, as Harry eloquently let you know. That is the actual final opportunity that they'll have to stay alive in this tournament. There are no more chances after the last chance. And Team Spirit is going to continue.